Hello everybody, I'm Moldy, and this is Shadows over Loathing once again. In the last episode, we filled that gas can up a lot more than it should be able to, and got ourselves to Ocean City. Anyway, there's a handwritten note on this desk. We're poking around in the newspaper office looking for a cursed hat. The note says, Robson, first Hinden, then Carver, who's next? Venable says if Burgess comes for him, he's gonna karate chop his desk in half. Sincerely, Curtis. P.S. What's a karate? Good question. I don't even know what a karate is. The note says, Tucker, I got you that bottle you wanted. I stuck it under the water cooler where Burgess can't find it and rat us out to the Prohees. Oh yeah, Prohibition. This is set in the 1920s. 1928, I believe. There was that memorial where Lydia was, like a few minutes after I talked to her, saying that it's like that she was hit by traffic and died for the first person in the country to do so in 1908, which was apparently exactly 20 years ago, but anyway, under the water cooler, eh? Surely it's not still there, but it couldn't hurt to check. Yeah, where's the damn water cooler at? People keep talking about under the water cooler, and there's another half-finished document here. Government corruption at all-time high. Yeah, of course it is. It's always at an all-time high. Has there ever been a low in government corruption? I don't know. The government has, once again, slashed funding to city services and social programs, citing waste, but without offering any supporting figures or explaining where the funds have all been reallocated to. Additionally, anonymous sources report T. It cuts off abruptly, maybe as a result of the pink slip next to the typewriter. What about the slip? Curtis, if I've told you once, I've told you 100 times, not enough people buy the paper anymore to keep the lights on in this joint. Electricity is expensive because it's a very recent innovation. As such, fully half of your salary is paid by government subsidies. This is to say that the hand that feeds you is the hand you keep biting. We go way back, buddy, but you've given me no choice. Clean out your desk and scram. Grover Burgess, Editor-in-Chief. Ooh, coffee. There's a little bit of very, very old coffee left in this percolator. Give me a cup of that nasty old coffee. Pouring yourself this cup of coffee is the first step on a short and nasty journey. Well then, can I drink the nasty old coffee? Increases my maximum AP by 1 until I use another potion. So yeah, this nasty old coffee's a potion. The cheap cologne is a potion. I'll see about using that at some point or another. Crumpled pink slip. Carver, I can't believe I have to tell you this, but it is against company policy for an employee to steal the printing press. You are fired. You are so fired, and I need a new phrase to describe it. I'm giving you the axe, and if I see your face in here, I'll give you both the axe and set you on fire. Governor Grover Burgess, Editor-in-Chief. P.S. How did you even lift it? You must have had, 5 accomplices? Unbelievable! You make a mental note to never pick a fight with this Carver person. Yeah. Hey, there's that water cooler they've all been talking about. A 3-ring binder? Take it. Yeah, they got a new pneumatic tube system operation manual. That's sure to be useful. This is a reference manual for a citywide network of pneumatic tubes. Looks like I had some state-of-the-art delivery infrastructure. Yes, it sounds very desk. Looks like Venable made good on his threat. He did karate chop that desk in half. Damn. Nothing. Venable must have taken all his stuff out before smashing it. Unfortunate. I was looking forward to stealing something. There's a drawer. This one's slightly ajar. Ew. Why is there leftovers in here? Who's leaving their leftovers in here, and what does it do? You don't know what went into this bag, but you know that the only thing that's ever going to come out of it is a congealed mass of foul goo. So I can throw that at somebody to weaken them. Good. Big, heavy water cooler, and it's got something to hide. Hey look, a trap door. So that's what they meant by under the water cooler. There are fish people in here. You got fish people down in here with glowing eyes. The control panel for the pneumatic tube system, what's this do? The control panel has a green button, a red button, a big lever, a knob with a bunch of letters on it, and a series of colored lights that are currently off. Yeah, what about the manual? What's the manual say? Startup instructions. Push the green power on button, pull the pump engage lever, adjust the suction rate according to the pressure diagnostic indicators. If red, then suction adjust dial to A. If it's blue, set it to E. If it's green, then to D. To abort startup, press the red off button. So I hit the green button, then I pull the lever, and if it's red, I set it to A, blue to E, and green to D. Okay. Hit that green button. A green button makes a satisfying click. You hear a motor start up somewhere, and now it's lever time! A yellow light is glowing on the console. So... okay, it doesn't say what to do with the yellow light. Turn the knob. Guess to B. You click the dial into place. The noise turns into a sort of shuddering growl for a second before an orange light flashes briefly, and then the entire machine shuts down. Well, shoot. Try it again. And yep, there's the instructions, which I can go back to at any moment. Anyway, green, pull the lever, a yellow light, so yeah, it's not B. Now, so it could be C, or... well, it can't be A, E, or D. So it might be B. Well, it's definitely not B. I tried that. It might be C, or D, or G. Anyway, yep. Well, I think I did the right thing. And someone's going to get some very strange mail. And how? What were those things anyway, and what were they doing down here? Were they trying to start an underwater newspaper? That would work. That wouldn't work. The ink would smear. Yeah, we can't have people making faulty newspapers. This must be the hat Jessica wanted you to recover. Mine! Terribly cursed fedora. An ominous, vaguely person-shaped stain on the ground. Yes, you don't say. Anyway... calendar from 11 years ago. Huge black skull scrawled on July 22nd, 1917. Huh, what happened on July 22nd, 1917? Good question, though we will never know. An underground press. Literally, there's still a newspaper left in it. And I got an underground newspaper. What's that say? Ooh, what are they writing down here? They better not be writing nasty shit about me. And it's more of a manifesto, specifically calling out the government's suppression of the local newspaper and the importance of a free press. There's also an amusing but puzzling cartoon about a dog arresting a mouse for throwing a brick at a cat's head, which the cat didn't seem to mind. Well, at least they ain't printing any lies about me. Come on, Gabby! We got ourselves out of a fight by sucking on some fish people. And those are a lot of newspapers that I do not feel like reading. I've done enough reading already, and there's a shitload more reading coming, judging from how this game be. Anyway, we got that hat. So now what? How's it going? Did you find the hat? I found a hat. I guess it's the one you mean. It doesn't look unusual, although, yeah, well, it does creep me out a bit. I can't really put my finger on why. I know what you mean. Feels kind of like you have a headache, except you don't actually. More like a feeling of dread, like something terrible is about to happen, but I don't know what it is yet. Well, that is definitely not related to the fact that I need you to take that hat and go sit in that machine over there. Why? Why do I need to sit in a machine? That's our uncursing machine. Gotta get the curse off that hat, right? Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, but, what? Can't we just put the hat in the machine? Why do I need to be involved? Because the machine needs a mind to guide the uncursing process. Together, you'll lift the curse from the hat and transform it into a sort of allegorical dream space that the machine can transfix. Fucking what? Sorry, I know it's a lot. Let me rephrase it. Ahem. The uncursing machine uses your subconscious mind to drive a wedge between an item and its curse. The item is cleansed relatively easily, but that doesn't negate the curse fully. Once separated from the item, the machine stores the curse and allows you to psychically project into it and try to resolve the metaphorical scenario at the core of its existence. That's where things can get a little weird. Yeah, I know it sounds crackers, but you'll just have to give it a try to understand. Well, guess I'm going into a hat. Who are you? That's Charles Wallace. You must be Charles Wallace. I'm Garplot. That I am pleased to meet you, Garplot. What do you do around here? Oh, your general handyman sort of stuff. I keep the lights on, the water running, built the detectotron, and uncursed machine too. Wow, that's some real high-tech wizardry. Oh, it's nothing really. Now let me ask you something. How does that weird uncursing machine work? Oh, I only built the thing. I can't begin to tell you how it works. Heh, the innards are all wired up to a little porcelain cat figurine that Murray found somewhere. Well, that's weird. In a real traditional sense, yep. Huh. Well, that's everything I need out of Charles. Anyway, here we go. We're diving into a hat. The terribly cursed fedora. Hold on a moment. Can I put the terribly cursed fedora on? A simple black felt fedora. It doesn't look cursed, but it has a palpable aura of menace about it. Nothing good can come of this. Well, I've got it on. I took it off. And it's on. Off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Well, sit in it and uncurse the damn hat, and then I'll put it on properly. No sooner have you sat down than the machine with a hiss positively whiffs the fedora straight up into the dome. The hat rattles around in there angrily like a snake in a cement mixer, and after a good loud minute, flops limp and wet into your lap. Whatever ominous energy once possessed the terribly cursed hat is gone. It's now simply a terrible hat. Uncursed fedora, but the curse itself still lives, transfixed as a dreamlike construct within the machine. Now, how do I get rid of that curse? See, the curses are like energy, Garplot. They can't be created or destroyed, only changed. Can't remember who said that. Isaac Newton? Newton. Yeah, that machine knows how to take a curse from one object and put it on itself, but as for how you change a curse, well, I don't know. That's some higher consciousness spiritualist stuff. Don't know how much about that. I'm more of a Newton sort of guy. The fedora's curse bounces around inside the innards of this machine, daring you to come project your consciousness inside it. Sounds safe. I'll do that. We're going in. I'm in, you hat. I am a gnome with an axe now. And I guess I can use the machine to get out. Yeah, portal to another world. It's open, but the work here is not yet done. The curse remains unsolved. Yeah, let's find out what's going on in the Federal Reserve inside the hat's curse. I heard thy death call, creature. Rest now, I will find in thee, mother. A tree felled before its time, a ground stained with sin. Yes. Et in Arcadia ego, even in Arcadia there is death. Yes. Even in paradise there is a killer. Well, are you the killer? You've got 3 hats on. Only a killer wears 3 hats at a time. Thou know who I am and why I am here. Aye, Cutter, there has been a murder. What knowest thou of murder? That I did not do the murder, and that is all. What mo have thee for me? Only this, I am one of 3 brothers. One of us is always tellins the truth. One of us always lies, and the third of us does not speakin at all, but honks. If I find in thee a liar, there is no thing I can do to saven thee. Aye, Cutter, thou art servant of the wood. Blessed be her branches. So, you... And then there's this one wearing 2 hats, and another 3 hat man. So one of them tells truth, one of them only lies, and the other one honks. Big power in the wood today, Cutter. Aye, a tree has fallen in the forest, and it has made a sin. But not me a sinner, that I assure thee. Thou claim to be without sin? None of us is without sins, but mine do not run to Mordor. Then whose? Look for my brother. Lead me not astray. Well, hold on. Speaking to second tree, thy brothers speakins of 3 brothers. I am not the Mordor, Cutter. Look to my brother. This is fairy. Thy brother speakins of 3 brothers, one who always lies, one who always tellins the truth, and one who does not speaken at all, but honks. What speaken thee of this? This is fairy talk. No thing has honkin' in this land since Mother Duck laid the big egg. No honkin' since then? No, sire. Okay, so if this third guy over here honks at me, then I'll know you to be the liar. Something is rotten in the wood, Cutter. I, a Mordor, with perversions at its source. Speak to me of perversions. I say nothing to say, for I do not tarry with them. What do thou tellin me? I am troubled by the Mordor, but of it I know no thing. I warn thee, my forgiveness makes no room for liars. Thou will do what thou must, Cutter, I have no doubt. I now make like a tree. Thy brother speaking of 3 brothers, one who always lies, one who tells truth, one who only honks. I do not honkin, sire, I swearin upon it. Hast thou never honkin? Never, never, 'tis a sin in mine eyes. Okay. So, none of these guys honkin', and if one guy speaks the truth, and then you say, thou lie about honkin'. What say? Thy brother's honkin' not. Thou wouldst lie to the Cutter of the wood. Thou wouldst do Mordor in the wood. Aye, thou hast the right of it. I sought to only distractin' thee whilst I makin' my escape. Goodbye, Cutter. Do not run from me, tree. You can't escape. Thou do not run. Nay, I growen in 100 years, I will have growen so tall and strong, thine axe will never fellen me. But I will not wait 100 years. Die, Morderer! There you go. I think that was all we needed to do for the curse. Big rot in the wood today, Cutter, and... Wait, what? No, that's not you. You don't talk like that. Dark thoughts of trees, axes, and bloody sap cling to your skin. You shake them off like dreadful cobwebs. You're not sure what just happened, but as you turn over the formerly terribly cursed fedora in your hands, you feel confident that the curse which plagued this starchy little felt thing is finally gone for good. You put the hat back on. It nearly sparkles now. Upgrade! Now all you've got to reckon with is whether you're the kind of guy who goes around wearing a fedora. It'll do. Yep. So, uncursed fedora. Hey, that gives me more muscle. Strong hat, baby! And more health. I definitely could have used that. Oh, nice hat. Thank you, Charles. Anyway, we did what we needed to do. We uncursed the hat. How'd it go? It, worked, I guess? Great, what was it like? I had some kind of crazy dream. There was a woodcutter that was me, I guess, and these talking trees, and one of them had sinned. You know what? Never mind. Some kind of crazy dream is plenty for me. Alright, so we did that, and now that we've got ourselves a room, I think it's time to unpack my luggage, which is right here. Finally, time to get unpacked and get some sleep. Open the trunk. Ah, what the heck? Why is it on fire? You stamp out the flames, but it's a total loss. Everything you own has been reduced to ash. Everything? Everything except, bizarrely, the stamp from Murray's letter. Well then. Okay, all my shit get burned. A stamp from the letter Murray wrote you was the only survivor of your luggage, Inferno. It's got a picture of a cute dog on it. Weirdly, it isn't even charred. May that be the source of the flame? Curious, postmark says 18th of April, 1906, even though Jessica said she mailed the letter only a couple weeks ago. Huh. Shelf for knickknacks? Yeah, let's take a look. There's an old rag doll, must have been left by the previous tenant. Yeah, let's walk away from the shelf. We got nothing there. Lots of empty space. TV. I've heard of those. Unfortunately, no shows have been invented yet. Damn. That's the trouble with living in the past. So tired you can't even work the doorknob. It's time to sleep. Fine, fine. I'll sleep. or I will sleep anyway, in the next episode, because I'm all out of time for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. God, bye!